Good evening, everyone in Travel 10 land. It's Mark Seaforth, your CEO founder. Kenneth.
Hello, guys. Welcome to tonight's call. You're going to have an exciting time. Make sure you have your notepads out. Take some copious notes. We got some good stuff to cover tonight.
We certainly do, Kenneth. We certainly do. We get, guys, it's the new year. It's 2019. I think we're all ready to go do something special, and we're in a position to do exactly that. We told you right after the first of the year, we're going to have a lot of announcements, a lot of cool things happening. We're going to start sharing some of that with you tonight. You know, one of the great things that's going to be happening too, and most of you probably heard, is that, you know, a lot of people are going to be coming from Good Life and February 1st and probably joining us here at Travel 10. So that's going to be great because those are some of the folks that we all know and we've all been associated with. A lot of you have, maybe some of you haven't, but most of you do know what I'm talking about. So that's going to be a great group of people, you know, joining us here at Travel 10. And this all happens on February 1st. So that's going to be an exciting time. Can't wait for that first meeting in February when we can welcome everybody on board. The things we're going to talk about tonight. Number one, obviously we have renamed the company. That will go into effect February 1st as well. As of February 1st, the name of the company, a little drum roll there, Kenneth. All right, it's Zenway. Yeah, I know. Everybody says, what is Zenway? And that's exactly that. You know, Zenway is a name that we actually made up. I think it's the coolest name. We've run it by a lot of people. You know, one or two people go, nah, I don't think so. 90% of the people we talked to went, love it, love it, love it, love it, because what we're going to do with this name is we're going to do all of our branding around it. We're going to be calling this the future of savings and earnings. So that's going to be our tagline, the future of savings and earnings, because that's what we're going to be doing in Zenway starting February 1st. We're going to show people how to save tremendous amounts of money in everything they do. I don't care what it is, travel, lifestyle, telecommunications, whatever it is that they're doing, we're going to show them how to save money. And then, of course, the great thing about that is everybody's going to be earning as this company grows. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some of the changes we've made in the compensation plan. These are all enhancements. These are actually, we haven't changed anything. We haven't taken anything away. We just added more ways to make money. So that's okay with you guys, and I think it probably will be. We'll get into that in just a second. But before I do the compensation, what I need to know is, Kenneth, you got anything you want to share?
Well, Mark, I kind of wait till you get into this because you're going to go over a lot of information. I think that's most important. But we'll kind of reflect back on it over the content you're about to go over now because I'm excited myself to just see it again, man. It's awesome.
So let's get started, folks, by taking a look at the compensation. So I'm going to do a little screen share here, so just bear with me for just a moment while I do this. And we'll get this up on the screen for everybody so you can see it. All right, so let's take a look at the compensation and what we've got here, folks. Obviously now, with some of the enhancements and changes, you now have 5 ways to get paid with Travel 10. That's right, 5 ways. Before we had actually 3, actually 4, and now we've added the 5th. So let's take a look at each one of these and what it's going to mean to you financially. Number one, our compensation, which this is the residual part of our program. Guys, this is the simplest part of everything that we're doing. It's the easiest compensation plan in the world. Everybody can get it and understand it. One of the great things about what's happened now, because of what you're going to see tonight with some of the enhancements we made, you see that figure there that says, you know, amount of CC at $10? Well, for most of you, that's probably going to increase 3 to 4 times with some of the changes that we're making and some of the enhancements we're going to be adding. So, guys, this is going to be a simple compensation plan that's based on whatever you do personally is all your first generation. So, obviously, the number we're showing here is, you know, having 10 TLAs or you know, combination TLA customers. You can have as many as you want. You can have 20, you can have 30, you can have 50. There is no limitation. As many people as you put in as TLAs, they're all first generation to you. And all the customers that those people put up, that's all income to you. So in this simple example here, if you had 10 TLAs, and of course, again, the number is shown here, you know, earning in customer commission only $10 times 10%, we've $10. But obviously that number is going to be changing. So imagine as we're looking at these figures right here, guys, and we're only showing 5 generations, that second column going up 3 and 4 times and what the numbers would look like on the right-hand column when that happens. But in this example, again, what we're showing is if you had 10 TLAs, we've got 10, now you have 100, right? Now, most people would say, well, that can't happen in network marketing because most people get 2 to 3. But if you take and run these numbers at 2 to 3 through the 10 generations that we pay, it would still be a check that would be staggering. So it doesn't matter what number you pick. I mean, this number right here, this is probably more for somebody that's really aggressively, really going to go out and build. But then again, when I look at that number and I go, wait a minute, I've got somebody like my wife that's put in more than 10. You know, Ken's probably put in a couple hundred on this first generation. I'm thinking, so I think these numbers, probably everybody could really do it once they get excited and go to work. And that's the key. You got to have the belief in what we're doing. You got to look at the product and go, man, I love this product. It's the coolest product in the world. It saves people thousands and thousands of dollars every year, and they're only paying $10 for it. And you're going to see this new plan we're going to have. We've got a luxury package. And even with that, people are going to do it because if they travel at all, it's going to save them, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a year. So in this simple example of compensation, it's based on 10 and getting 10. And we're only showing this obviously through 5 generations. And even with the conservative number of only $10 in customer commission CC, look how big the numbers get. They're staggering. They're ridiculous, right? So again, what I ask you to do is cut that in half. No, cut it in 2/3. No, cut it by 90%. Cut it however you want to. As this thing grows through your 10 generations, your check's still going to be very substantial. And here's the coolest thing about what we're doing, guys. There's no enrollment fees, okay? We don't charge anybody to join this company. You got a low monthly cost. Think about that, $10, $10, that's it. Unless you get our luxury package. But as you're gonna see tonight, that's only $39. Generate amazing income from this. You got no financial risk. You know, this is built for everybody. It's built for the masses. And look at the qualifiers. Now, this is one of the things that I think is the coolest thing about what we've done, guys, is that it's so simple to qualify. Number one, your first 2 months in the business, you don't even have to meet any qualifications to get paid. And after that, all you have to have, guys, is be a customer yourself and have one customer. Now, we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight because we just released the checks this month. And I was a little shocked that some of you had checks that you could have gotten paid a nice amount on, but you didn't get your one customer. So everybody, if you don't have your one customer, go talk to Aunt Beth or Aunt Sue or Uncle Bob, whoever you have to talk to. Get yourself one customer. It's pretty easy at $10 a month to have a customer. And obviously, it's well worth it because you want to get paid. And one customer gets you 8 generations of pay. And it doesn't matter how many people in those 8 generations, whether it be 100 people, 1,000 people, or 200,000 people. If it's within your 8 generations, you're getting paid. So guys, we got the simplest compensation plan in the world. You go as wide as you want on your first generation, and it goes 10 generations deep. And obviously, the more customers you have, the more everybody else has customers, the bigger the income grows. So that's number one, compensation plan from the residual side. Yeah, Ken.
Before you move on, man,
Let's go back. What?
Yeah, because I really want people to understand how powerful this is. You know, we talk about the numbers. I see people that see this graph, but basically to make it really, really simple, guys, every subscriber that's in your organization, every subscriber, doesn't have to be you. As you notice these generations, that could be other people, you know, bringing in subscribers as well. But if you just look at it in a simple way, it's 50 cents per subscriber. So every subscriber you see, you're making 50 cents. But once we bring in that luxury package at $39.95, guys, understand these numbers will quadruple. Now you're gonna be looking at more at $2 in residual income, Mark. And I think that right there, Mark, is gonna blow people's mind. So guys,
well, yeah, just think about it. What kind of income would you have if on your 4th generation you had that many people and you're earning two, maybe even more per person? I mean, the numbers are, you know, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. So, all right. So, anything else on that, Keith? We'll jump in. I'm going to keep this thing going.
Let's keep it moving.
All right. So, number 2. Okay, you have what we call our VIP Travel Saver Card. How does that work? It's pretty simple, guys. When you show this to somebody, and if for whatever reason they say, oh, I just don't want to do it, $20 a month, that's just too much to own my own business. Yeah, amazing. You own my own business for $20. You can't even walk out the front door for that. So you own a business can change your life. I sit there and look at this and go, why won't everybody in America do this? And I think once we present this thing the way we need to present it and really get the energy and the efforts out there, that's exactly what will happen. We're going to have everybody getting involved in what we're doing here at Travel 10, again, soon to be Zenway. So the Travel Saver Card is as simple as it gets. If a person does look at the opportunity and for whatever reason they decide not to get involved, guess what happens? If they don't want the product, they don't want to get involved, you give them a free card. Now, the beauty of that, it's $1,000 in savings to that person you gave it to. When they use that Every time they use it, whatever they save, you get 50% of. So if they use the entire card up, how much would you make? $500. Yeah, that $500. And you gave it to them. It didn't cost them anything. And they're only using it not because they love you. They're using it because it's saving them money. And when it saves them money, you're making money. So every time they're using it, it's all tracked in your back office. You see it, and it constantly adds income to what you're making. So again, this is the coolest concept in the world. You know, this is what kind of launched a lot of ideas that I had with Good Life when we first started. But I still believe this is going to be a tremendous source of income for everybody. Because again, what I love about this part is when somebody says no. So where do you have a business anywhere in the world where somebody can say no and you still make money? That's kind of unheard of. I mean, most people say, oh, I get rejected. It didn't work. No, here they go. No, you're still making money. So you can't lose. All right. Third thing that happens, retail credits. Now, how does that work? It's very simple. As you start, again, sharing this with people and they look at the opportunity, they've got 3 choices to make, right? Choice number 1, get in the business. Choice number 2, just become a customer. That's where the retail credits come in. Or choice number 3, don't do anything, just take the card and go save money. So if they choose number 2, which is retail credits, every time you add a customer, you know, you're adding to your retail credits. Once you get 10 retail credits, then your subscription is free. In other words, the cost of your product and benefits is free. You don't pay anything. Once you get 20 retail credits, guess what? Your entire business is free. And after that, any retail credits that you have each month as they accumulate, you can use for future purchases in travel. So you can travel for free if you like as you start to build these. And guys, we've already got people, by the way, that have already gotten more than enough to get their actual subscription free already. And they're doing that every month. So this is a simple thing because, again, remember, it's $10 to save somebody thousands of dollars every year. $10 to save thousands. Again, I don't understand why anybody would say no because they can't get what we have to offer anywhere else. So to me, it's like, this is a pretty good opportunity, starting from, you know, the business to the just, you know, using the product, or again, just taking the card and running with it. So that's the third way you have. Now the fourth, and we're not going to go into details tonight, but this is ranks and awards. This is really for the folks that are actually out there building. This is for the real leadership in the company, because what it does, it takes, as you start to grow, you get into these ranks and you start earning a percentage of all the company's sales. And let me tell you, when you start looking at this in detail, and we're going to be talking about this at the end of the event tonight. We're going to be talking about our big thing we're going to be having in Atlanta. And we're going to go into the ranks and awards there in detail because I want everybody to understand just how big of an opportunity that is for everybody that wants to go out there and engage and really go to work. So that's the fourth. And now here comes the great one. This is what's new. This is what we're introducing as of the month of February. This goes into effect February 1st, guys. February 1st, we're going to have this new luxury package. It'll be in place. That's only 2.5 weeks off. And what comes with that is this coded Fast Start Infinity bonus. And I'm going to show you how that works in just a second. So look at this. A person that wants to come into this company and says, you know what, I do a lot of traveling. And I like to go on cruises. And I like to go to resorts. And I like to do all those types of things. Then they're going to want to come in at this luxury package. And everybody's going to want to get there anyway soon enough, because obviously the other benefit is once you're in the luxury package, then you're actually eligible to start earning from the coded Fast Start Infinity bonus. So everybody's going to want to get there as quickly as you can. But you can get there by just having customers. You don't have to do it by taking this package. Or you can do it either one. You can either do it through customers or you can do it by yourself. But remember, the only thing we have as requirements, guys, to qualify in this business is you have to be a customer and you got to have one customer. And now with this new luxury package to get 10 generations instead of 8, it's going to be the same thing. You're a customer and you got one customer. And the one customer you have could be a $10 customer. You could be our standard package, our standard benefit package at $10. It would still qualify for all 10 generations of income from this business and allow you to make this money in the coded Fast Start. So now let's talk about what it actually looks like to you, okay? And I love this because this is going to be something that's going to allow anybody joining the company to really, truly, like as it says, get off to a really fast start and make a tremendous income. Because, you know, the reality is residual builds slowly. But residual is what you really want. I mean, that's the long-term play. Residual is what takes you to the point where you don't have to work again for anybody else because you got this steady monthly coming in. But at first, you need to have some income. So that's what this is going to do for you. This is going to create that instant money that everybody's looking for. And look how simple it is, guys. All you have to do is the moment you put in the third person, you now earn from that coded fast start $40 on that person when they come in and take that luxury package. But here's what's cool about it. Their first two people, okay, on their person three, when they bring in, then that person number three brings in those two, you make 40 on them. Those two, when they bring in two, you make 40 on them. When those four bring in two, that's 8, you make 40 on them. When those 8 bring in two, that's 16, you make 40 on them. Those 16 bring in two, you make 40 on them. Think about this, guys. From just person number 3, as this grows and grows and grows and grows, and it doesn't matter if it grows 2 by 2 or if it grows 1 by 1, it goes to infinity. To infinity. It never stops paying you $40, $40, $40, $40, even though these are people that you didn't put in, but they're coded to you. That's from person number 3. Now all of a sudden you go, well, you know, I'm going to put in person number 4. Guess what? It starts all over again. Now you get paid on that guy and all the people, his first 2 and their first 2 and their first 2. And so again, start thinking of what the numbers look like. Now you put in 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. It goes as wide as you want to go. The only time you don't get it is on your first 2. That's it. But that's the same for everybody else. But after that, you get this $40 coded to you, and you can imagine what kind of checks this is going to drive. So, Keenan, if you want to throw in maybe a few words about this before we get to the actual event and close this thing out, because this is the last thing I wanted to talk about tonight when it comes to compensation. But, guys, this is a biggie. This is really a biggie.
Oh, man, Mark, I'm so flat out excited. I almost had to catch myself. I almost took off running, man. I was so excited about it. This, guys, understand the power in what you're seeing right now. What I really appreciate about this, Mark, is the simplicity. You know, how people can come in, put in a little work, and really see some significant earnings on the front end, because you need that front end income to sustain you until that big residual catches up to you. And with this, Mark, I believe we're going to see some major checks. We have some fun stuff that's going to be affiliated with this called our, comma club. We're going to start that, guys, because we're going to see a lot of folks getting checks with commas in them, okay? That's the extra 0. So, man, I'm telling you, when this thing comes out, Mark, I'm telling you, the sky is the limit. So, guys, get busy right now. Get your people in position right now at the Travel 10 level, at that $10 subscription. Guys, get them involved right now, because when that hits February 1st, they'll be able to upgrade. And, guys, there it is. Boom. You're going to see those 40s really start to add up.
And Keith, you said it right. I mean, so think about that. The more people that you put in during the month of January, a lot of people say, oh, I'll just wait because that's starting February 1st. So I'll wait for that. No, think about it. You put in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 people, whatever you put in, and they get 2 or 3 and they get 2 or 3 and they get a couple, and they're all building and working. And then all of a sudden this kicks into place and they all upgrade because they're going to want to be involved in the fast start and earn the infinity bonus. And so everybody upgrades. Think what kind of money you just earned. But instead, if you say, well, I'll wait till then, it doesn't make any difference, because when they upgrade, it's the same money when they upgrade as when they do it at the time of enrollment. It's not going to make any difference. And let me tell you, one thing I think is going to happen a lot. I think a lot of people will come in at the $20 level when they first join the company, because it's such an easy entry level and it's not threatening, and everybody says, oh, I'll give it a try. But within 30 days, they're going to be looking at this going, what am I doing? I need to be in this fast start, man. I need to be, bringing in people that are interested in more of a bigger package. And again, what I love about it is that $39.95 package, even though it pays all this money and stuff, guys, is that it's going to save people so much more than what they spend. It just doesn't get any better than that. And so, guys, we've got an amazing compensation plan here, one of the simplest compensation plans in the country, and most definitely the easiest one for anybody to qualify for. That's most amazing. I mean, I've been in this industry all my life, and I sometimes look at these compensation plans these companies design and go, how in the world does anybody ever qualify? They've got 50 million ways that you can't get your money. 50 million ways you can't get paid. We made it simple, and we're just transparent. Guys, it's simple. You and one customer, you got 8 generations. And then if you want to get which is only what, $10 in CC?
$10 in CC, 25.
Yeah. And then to get 10 generations, it's, what is it, $25 in CC, which is just you and, again, one customer. You at the electric fan, one customer. You qualify. How easy is that? It just can't get any better. So that's our presentation for tonight. Let's close this thing up. Oh, I want to show one more slide here. I'm sorry. This is important. I got one more here. Let me see if I can bring this last one up. There it is. You want to talk about that for a second, Kenneth?
Oh, absolutely, Mark. I'm excited about this, guys, because This is going to be our event for Travel 10 in Atlanta. It's going to be at the Country Club of the South. Immaculate property overlooking the golf course. It's going to be powerful. But what's going to be even more powerful, guys, you're going to be able to bring all your guests, and you too, the TLA, are absolutely free. There's no charge for this. Thank you, Mark. This is going to be huge for us, guys, because here you're going to, your prospects are going to be able to see an awesome opportunity presentation, okay? But then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty and the training to prepare you in 2019 to take this business to the next level. So we're going to have some intense training. So bring your laptops, bring your cell phones with your chargers. There's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to do. We're going to go live. We're going to get results right there at the event. So go ahead and get registered for this event, guys. We're going to have an Eventbrite set up for you where you can go ahead and register because, again, guys, this is going to be exciting. And, again, you're going to learn a lot. So in 2019, we're going to be very intentional about what we do. We're not just not going to leave it to chance. We're going to make sure we're the smartest folks out there in the field that can go ahead and help a whole lot of folks, man. And we're going to learn it all here at this event, February 16th. So I cannot wait to see you guys there.
Yeah, that's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it, Kenneth. And, you know, again, I think the training will be tremendous. And we made this so there's absolutely no cost. I mean, even the parking's free. We just want everybody to be able to come and get this training. And plus, I think we'll probably have a few surprises for you too. You know how it is. We got to have a few surprises for those people that attend the event and come live. So be there. It's going to be a great evening for all of us. So let me go back here as we close this thing out and go back here and we'll wrap this up. So Kenneth, I'm excited. I know you are.
Oh man! And speaking of excitement, Mark, you know we got our book, Napoleon Hill, A Year Growing Rich, guys. Make sure you go out there and get the book because we're really working on our mindset. And the topic tonight, the week 10, we're in week 10, and the topic is enthusiasm. And I just want to read you a quick excerpt from this chapter. It said, Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, nothing great is ever achieved without enthusiasm, okay? Then he talks about enthusiasm is the radio wave by which you transmit your personality to others. So you got to be excited. We're going to give you something to be excited about. It is more powerful than logic, reason, or rhetoric in getting your ideas across and in winning over others to your viewpoint. Guys, enthusiasm is so important. But again, you got to have something to be excited about, to be enthused about. So once you really get into what we have here, understand what we have here, understand the power you have in your hands, you're going to be so enthused, you cannot hold it to yourself. Guys, we're going to take over 2019. This is going to be the hottest project in the industry, bar none.
And Kenneth, just to close on that note too about enthusiasm, I'm the same way. I really believe it is so critical in anything you do in life. Again, you can be armed with all the information in the world and all the knowledge, and nobody will give you the time of day. But sometimes just your personal conviction and belief about something makes all the difference. And you have to have that. And the way you get it, it can't be fake. The way you get that personal conviction is by you understanding what your opportunity is. And really, when you look at this, and that's why I'm so enthusiastic, because I look at our product and go, wow, this product truly saves people money. I mean, it's a tremendous value. I know that when a person spends $10, they're going to save 100, 200, 500, or 1,000. I know that. So that makes me have conviction and excitement about it. I look at our compensation plan and I see how we've done this and how simple and easy it is and how easy it's going to be to grow. And I know we're putting all the tools in place. So when you get that, you get this unbelievable conviction. And then from that comes the enthusiasm. And when you've got enthusiasm, let me tell you something, nobody can stop you. And it's not necessarily yelling and screaming at somebody. It's just that look in your eyes sometimes, that just look of conviction that you have and the passion that you have for something. Doesn't matter how you express it. You have to express the kind of person that you are. But when you have that, nobody's going to stop you, guys. Nobody will. And you'll have tremendous success in life. So with that, we're going to say good night. I can't wait to be back here next week. I'm really looking forward to this event here on the 16th in Atlanta. That's going to be tremendous. And guys, just, start diving in and just getting excited about the opportunity that you have in front of you. Thank you all, and good night.
Good night, everybody.